Yeah. Out the way, boy.
Whose signature is that? I suggest this is the piece, like I told you.
Whose verification? Is he here now?
I can have these today.
Yeah, yeah. The white ones.
That's all copies for you. And that's all the originals.
Okay, that's an original.
That's the originals.
That's not a wet signature then, is it? That's a copy.
No, these are all originals, sir.
Well, that's
These are exactly what was issued by the court, sir. You
yeah,
asked,
what I'm saying is that is not.
These days, Nick,
By who?
generated signatures.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
These days, the computer generated signatures.
That's not a wet signature. That's not a wet signature.
It's not a
That's not a
lawful-
contract.
It's not a contract.
signature then.
It's
The
not a
laws
lawful
of contract, please look them up.
right. If we go through, pass me a second.
A lawful contract has to have
Let's put these on there, just lay them out a minute so we can try and go through it.
full disclosure.
What are we going through?
What are you going
I'm going to go through what dates, everything else, so that you can see what it all is. Alright?
I can see what they
Right.
are. I can read.
Yeah, they're all different years. Okay, which is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah, I
So I'm
know.
going to show you which ones match up with which ones, so that you know exactly what's what.
But you're saying that these are the warrants. That's not a warrant. It's a
No, it's a-
liability order. It's
Which
not a
is
warrant.
exactly the same thing, sir.
No, it's not.
If you owe a government tax,
Hey, excuse
A
me,
liability
would you like to
officer.
check that?
if you want them,
I don't. I don't
Alive-
owe the government tax.
so council tax is a government tax. And at the minute, sir.
But
you
I
owe-
don't consent to be governed. Therefore,
Right.
I don't consent to
Okay,
be
sir.
taxed.
Do you want to. Right. Can I
That's
hear him?
not
Right,
a
no, no.
warrant.
Can I hear him?
Is that an order? Is that an order?
Hang on, hang on.
Right,
Can I
okay.
ask a
Can you-
question?
can you-
I want to ask a question. You said, and I agreed, that I would give you access to my property
Yeah.
if you produced a signed warrant
Which is exactly
from
what
a
happened.
magistrate.
Right.
That
Do you
is
want to
not
come
a
here and we'll go
warrant.
through this?
Why are we going out there?
Because then I can go through it all with you, and then any questions you've got, I can answer. Okay, if I move away from your door, it shows you that I'm not going to try and get in your door.
I'm staying here.
Right. That's the
I,
first
I
one.
can't see what the relevance is, because
Okay.
whatever you say doesn't make that a warrant.
So it's a liability order, which is
Yeah,
exactly
exactly. You just said what it is. It's a liability
So
order.
you know exactly the same as I do.
They're saying I'm liable. I'm saying I'm not. It's not a warrant
have
from
you
a
had your
magistrate.
pay?
Ask him what he does know. Ask him what he does
I've
know.
offered to pay.
Because he obviously doesn't understand
so
law.
I'll
If you
They're
want
yours.
to pop the money out, so I'll give you a receipt for the money now, and we'll.
All I need is a
we'll all
bill.
be
You need
going
a
our
bill.
way.
All I need.
We need a bill,
A
please.
lawful
Okay,
bill.
so
Those have all been
That's
sent
not
to
a bill.
So bill has an amount and a signature, yes?
A true bill.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And it has
Bills
a,
have all
yes.
been sent to you.
A wet
okay?
signature.
Bill, sir.
That's not a bill.
That
not
says
a
it's a
bill.
liability order.
Okay, so it's an amount with a signature, which is what you just
So
said.
you'd
It's
agree
a, it's
that
a bill.
Okay.
says.
A true bill says
Right.
true bill on it.
We can go in
So
circles.
the council tax bill
Okay.
that's sent to you in the 1st of April
Or
every
we
year.
just
It's a
do this.
statement.
Statement.
It's a statement.
It's not a bill.
It's not a true
A
bill.
true
says-
bill has
does it
got
have
to
a signature on
No,
it?
it does not.
Does it have bill written on the top?
No.
Does it have? Yes, it does.
There's a council
statement.
tax bill written all over it.
It's
Okay.
a statement of
It's a
account.
statement of a. It's a
bill.
statement of
No, it's a
account.
bill.
It's a bill
It does say
which is required
council
to be
tax
paid
bill
on
on
the
it.
1st of April each
We
year.
know.
No,
we know. It's a statement
we
of
know
account.
this because it's
Where-
been
have
through.
you
It's
got
been
it?
through court. Yes,
No,
it's
I
been
haven't
through
got it.
courts,
I tend not to keep them.
and you can check them in the courts if you like. But
So you did have.
that is not a bill.
Yeah, I've received a statement of account. Yes.
You've received a bill, so the same as everybody else in the country have
No.
received.
Can we see that in writing?
And this is a liability
wet
order,
signature,
and,
please.
and I contest this liability order. I do not consent to pay.
So I'd ask
If
not
you
to
wish
remove
to
that in the
contest
next
it,
agenda.
okay,
Fine.
you
can
need
ask-
to put it in
ask
writing.
away.
But
I have.
okay, hang on. But as it stands,
Take each of the
if
pieces.
the amounts that are needed to pay aren't paid, we will look to remove goods very shortly from the premises.
Okay.
Okay? Or we can deal with things amicably, as we have done in the past.
Well, I have no funds whatever, so I
Okay.
don't have that option available to me.
Yeah, if you okay. So if you want to do things amicably, okay, i.e., not stood over a door, not raising voices,
Okay.
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 I'm happy to come in, have a chat with you,
Right.
and sort out something so as we can sort out so that you can pay each month.
When are we talking?
Now,
You want entry
No.
to my property?
that's correct.
No.
Because we'll then go for it and sort out you to pay it monthly.
No,
Failing
I'm
that,
sorry.
I do not consent to
How can I pay it monthly when I told you? I've already told you. I earn.
No, show information. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
Just tell him you don't consent. You don't consent to his entry here.
By the way, officer, I understand that these men here are breaching the peace,
Hang on,
officer.
hang on.
Excuse me, what's your number? Let's have his number over there. What's that officer's number?
I don't even know that. There's not even a name on there.
That's correct.
It's not even
a name. It doesn't say who that
It's a
is.
signature, which
I'd
That's
like
not-
to-
What
I want to know
justice?
who it was.
What
that did it.
justice of the peace is it, sir?
Who signed
Bring the justice of the peace here, please.
You know,
How
you don't
can I
sign a
know who
letter like
signed that?
We need some authority and identification.
It tells you underneath, doesn't it?
No, it says
it
it's a
says it's a
justice
justice
of
of
the
the
peace.
peace.
That's right. If you're going to...
Right, who is
I need
it?
a name.
A name.
Do you accept that that's a light up there and a drain pipe there? If you're not going to accept anything, then so be it. But, you know,
Well, that's
I
a
can
different
accept that's
matter.
a light. This is a piece of paper that says
We
something.
consent to law. You know, consent
I'm
is
sorry, I
law,
don't
officer.
accept that is. I don't accept
We can
that
either-
is a warrant
We can
of
either do
entry.
things amicably, okay?
That's
where I've
not a
said
warrant
to
of
you,
entry, is it?
I will help you as much as I can.
That is not a
sort out
lawful
paying.
It's a
document.
liability order.
But
Is it threatening?
It's not a warrant of entry. It's a liability.
Are you threatening?
Are you threatening him?
Are you threatening him?
Did you hear that?
I understand this
I wasn't
person is
listening.
breaching the peace, officer.
He's just threatening him.
Hey,
legal documents
Okay.
which allow him to enter.
This no, it doesn't. It's not a warrant of entry. It's a liability order, and the signature on the bottom is indecipherable, and I cannot. And it doesn't even say which justice of the peace is supposedly has signed it.
Nick, all you have to say is bring the man who signed that, please.
you don't have to legally. sir.
Well, we're asking you lawfully.
Okay.
we're asking you lawfully to bring the man who signed it here to this door.
So now
I'm
you
telling
must
you
consent to what we say because we
I
have
don't-
this lawfully
Why?
between us
Okay.
asked.
Can I ask, why do I have to consent to what you say?
Because we are within the law.
So am I,
We
sir.
are
doesn't have-
within the law.
So am I, sir.
And these men are here to protect our peace.
Yeah.
Especially this man who you now have been intruding on
And are threatened.
for, and you've also eyewitnessed, it's on camera,
Give
you
us
were
a
threatening.
bit of time and
No,
we'll
sir.
session.
You just
I've not been threatening at any point, sir.
You said
how
we
did
can
you
do this
threaten me?
amicably, or
Yes.
is that not a
Or
threat?
we could look to remove goods from the premises.
Ah,
Which
but
is
your
exactly what
implication
I'm
was
saying.
threatening,
No, sir.
and it still is, because
Okay.
how
No,
would you
sir.
do that?
Can we leave it
By
there?
gaining entry to the premises and
And how will
removing
you do that?
through the door, sir.
And he's told you
He doesn't
that's
consent.
not lawful, he doesn't
You haven't
consent.
got a
So
warrant
you
of
would be
entry.
breaching the peace.
Okay.
And
If
these
that's
officers are
what-
witnessing everything we're
if that's
saying,
what
and they,
you- okay.
right now, if I ask them to come and take you out of this garden, that's what they lawfully should be doing.
No, sir.
By the way,
I don't know who you are, but these men are policemen.
Yes, sir, we have lawful entry.
You haven't.
Yes,
You
we
haven't.
do.
Where's
it's
your
not
warrant?
lawful entry,
Where does it say
sir.
we haven't?
Where's your proof of lawful entry?
Where is your warrant of your
Excuse me, sir. To be lawful, you have to have the consent.
Sorry,
There is a piece of paper which says you are paying another £1,000.
Where's that, sir?
lawful.
It's in your office, mate. There's a piece of paper that says you are paying another
Sir,
£1,000
please don't
now.
call me mate.
Yes. Sorry about that. Don't call me mate.
My fee schedule does only cover you for an hour. It'll be another £1,000.
Not a problem. Have you got a bill for me?
I will.
Yeah, you'll get a
I
bill.
will contact you.
You'll get a bill.
You will
You'll
have
get a
a
true bill. You will.
With
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yes.
Sir,
With a signature and
if you don't
witnessed.
get any payment, sir, I will be looking to remove goods shortly from your premises.
Well,
Is that a threat?
That's it, sir.
if
No.
you produce a warrant that
Sir,
allows
I've
you
given-
to
I've
come
given you the
with
court
a
order
justice
that
of the
states-
peace,
So I don't have to have a justice
Signature.
of the peace with me. The signature
no.
of the justice of the peace is there.
that does
Okay.
not.
As it
I'm sorry, I
stands-
can't recognise
okay.
that as a
Okay.
signature.
As it stands,
I can't
sure.
even say what it
With all
is.
due respect, you're not going to recognise anything, are you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we are. We need the authority,
Recognise
please.
law.
If you provide me with a warrant signed by a justice of the peace that I can verify, I will allow you
Why
entry
don't
to
you
my
ring South
property.
Devon Magistrates?
And how can I describe
them-
the signature?
Because if you ask them who granted a liability order in your name,
Right,
I'm
then
sure
I
they'll
need
tell
to
you.
speak to them.
Okay, well,
If you give them a ring then, sir,
We'll hang fire here.
I haven't got any credit.
How do we know that this is their phone number?
It's got to be the
Hang
person.
on, hang on,
It's got
hang
to be the
on.
person.
You go and look up the number, sir.
What?
No,
what- yeah, but
It's all right, I'll take his word for it because when I speak to them, I'll
who
know.
is that justice of the peace?
If you'd like to look
You
up
look up the number,
number.
then we'll...
Okay.
Allow you
I'll
to
gladly
even
phone it.
Hang on, even so, okay?
No, that's what
That-
you just asked us to do, sir.
Hang on,
That's what we're prepared to do.
even so,
You're
this is
breaching
a
the peace, sir.
liability order. It is not a warrant of entry to the property.
If
a
you disagree
liability
with
order.
what you're
It's a
doing,
liability for
You're
council
liable-
tax.
you're li- so you're
There is no
liable for-
council tax
So
in
that
here. There's
justice
no
of
reason
peace-
for you to come in here.
That justice of the peace, sir, has made you liable to pay that council tax. We're here to collect it.
He says that I'm liable, and he says that you should come and ask for it. And if you want entry, then he needs to
bring
give
him.
you a warrant
I say
to
bring-
enter my
no,
premises.
I would ask him to
because
come.
I do not
Nick.
consent to you entering my premises.
Lawfully ask this man to come. This man must come. Whoever he is must come.
No, he doesn't, sir.
No, we're asking lawfully. He must come.
Give him a ring
If
and
he
ask him.
says
No,
I second that.
That's your. You blokes
he
are working
says-
for the. I beg your
Give him
pardon.
a ring and ask him. See if he'll come
I beg
down.
your pardon.
it's not our job.
I
That's
beg
not
your
our
pardon.
job.
I said, give him a ring
I
and
beg
ask
your
him, see if he'll
pardon.
pop down.
I beg you. It's you that's being intrusive. If you want this man to
Sir, I'm
come
just
to
stating the
prove.
fact. You want him
if-
to come, give him a ring and
If
ask
you
him to
want,
come down.
no, you want him to come. We're not interested in this man.
An ideal way of resolving your question. That
They should bring this man here.
What's not going to happen is give him a ring, and then
If you'd like to look at the
verify
number
the
for the
details
courts,
through a phone call.
I'm more than happy to let you use my phone.
Yes,
to
but
verify
even
it.
that's a liability order. It's not a warrant to enter the premises.
Just
Sir.
for peace, he's not going to go to every single house.
They need a warrant to enter the premises. Is that not
Well, you
true?
better start
You can
here
talk
then,
over again next week.
because we're talking
No,
law.
is it not true they need a warrant to enter the premises?
Sir, if you get the number, I'm more than happy to let you use
Constable.
my phone
No,
to ring them.
no.
Is
Nick,
that
I'm
not
talking to
true?
you and you always talk over what I tell you.
I'm asking. Is it not true that they need a warrant to enter the premises without my
Phone
permission?
up the office, find out. Yeah, phone up the office.
Are you
It's not-
cooperating
hey,
with
hey,
these
hey,
people?
It's not your
That's
job.
a
It's not your job.
That's not your job, police officer.
Okay, I think we can shut
You're
the door.
corroborating
I
with
don't
these
think- I don't
gentlemen.
think- I
Your
don't
job
think,
is to keep the peace.
Excuse me, James. James,
Right,
James,
you're
James,
just
James.
you're corroborating with these gentlemen.
They don't have consent. They
Sir,
don't
please
have a
shut the door
warrant.
for me. I haven't finished talking yet, sir.
Nick, do you want this door shut?
Don't shut the door, I haven't finished talking yet, sir.
Now you're doing
Now you're-
something wrong.
Hang on.
Breaching the
Officer?
peace here.
Hang on.
Can you remove this man, please?
He's breaching
Why,
the peace.
why do you not want the door shut?
Because I haven't finished talking to
He's
you,
going to
sir.
push
Oh,
the
you-
door
hey,
open,
hang on,
Nick.
hang on.
Watch
Push the
out.
door open at all.
You said you were going to supply a warrant.
Everything you've asked
a
me
signed
to
warrant.
supply,
No, you haven't.
I
That's a,
supplied.
that's
No,
a
you
lie.
haven't.
Okay, yeah, no, I have.
I don't agree.
Okay, whether you agree or not, okay, if the amounts aren't paid, sir, or we don't sort this out amicably, I will be looking to remove the goods shortly from your premises. Okay?
Well, I do not consent
That's
to you entering these premises.
Whether you
Consider that
consent
a
or not,
threat.
sir,
Kevin, that is considered a threat, and the policeman here.
please don't consider it as a threat. It's not a threat at all,
It is a
sir, and
threat.
I'm not behaving in a
Do you
threatening
think I'm
manner.
going to turn my ears and eyes off?
Officer,
It's a
you're
threat.
denying that he has
Okay.
refused to produce a warrant, a signed warrant. It is.
We want.
It is. He agreed.
He's not allowed access
He
without a signed
agreed.
warrant.
Officer, he agreed to supply a warrant.
There's no warrant.
He agreed, and you heard that, sir.
You must stay on the law, Constable.
Stay within your duty, sir.
Are you going to deal with it amicably, sir, or not?
We are dealing.
This
You're
is
not
a breach
dealing
of
with
the
things
peace.
amicably, sir.
This is amicable.
Sir, you're not behaving in an amicable manner, okay?
Why?
Because you,
Whose
I'm not
house is
offering
this?
you any kind of
you've
threat,
dealt
am I?
with me in a long time, okay? You've dealt with me a lot of times. You know I'm not behaving in a threatening manner. I'm explaining things. Hang on.
I beg your pardon.
I'm
Hang on, you're
explaining
leaning
things-
over his doorway. He doesn't want you to.
Just let him speak
I'm
to Nick.
explaining things to you, okay? I'm being as amicable as I can. I've said to you, if you would rather, I will talk to you, okay? My colleagues and that can wait out there. I will talk to you in an amicable, hang on a second, hang on. In an amicable manner, that's it. Hopefully then we can get it resolved. I'll ring the council for you and I will explain whatever you want me to explain and we'll see if we can get it put on hold. While everything is going on like this, I'm not prepared to do that.
Going on like
Is
what?
that a threat then?
Okay?
Going on like what?
Well,
What do you mean?
talking over here, raised voices, everything else. There's no need for anybody to get excited, which is what's happening.
Oh, just
I'm
let
not.
you beat up.
Okay?
I'm not. Am I?
Okay. Are we going to deal with it or not, sir?
We are dealing with it. As far as I'm
Okay.
concerned, it's concluded. I'd rather you didn't do that.
This is breaking
I'd rather
edge.
you
Look
didn't
at
do
this.
As it stands, sir.
No, I'm sorry. I do not consent, officer. I don't consent to him entering
doesn't
the
consent.
property.
Breaching the peace.
Peace delivery.
No, this is not peaceable.
I beg your pardon, officer. You are now breaking your own
You
law.
are breaking your law.
I do not consent
You
to this man
never,
entering
in
my property.
your life as a policeman,
has
you've
no-
never let somebody break into a house, have you, and watch them?
Are you refusing to do your duty, officer?
Guys, we can
Officer?
either deal with it or we can look to remove goods.
Right. Okay, I've stood here for
yourself.
long enough now.
Okay.
Okay. and I'm a little bit fed up standing here and getting bored with the
Policeman,
conversation.
are you hearing this as an police officer?
I am if you stop
Right,
talking, sir,
we've got-
yes.
I beg your
You've
pardon.
now got two choices, sir, okay? That's the way we see it, okay? We can either deal with this, okay, and get paid,
Threatening
right?
behaviour.
If you want us to leave, we'll leave. Next time we return with a warrant for your arrest.
Goodness.
Is that your contract?
Do you
There
have
was
do you have
there was
policemen
two-
here?
Yes, I know I have.
Then if you have the right to
I
have me
know I
arrested, then I suggest you do it now.
No, sir, because we will apply for a arrest warrant
On what grounds?
on the grounds of non-payment of tax.
Wow.
Okay.
In that case, I
Council-
suggest you
council
go
tax,
ahead and
go
do
ahead.
whatever you feel you
Go
need to
do
do.
that.
Council tax is a committal offence.
Go do that.
To not pay a council tax is a committal offence, and the police officer behind me will back me up on that.
I
Does the
am
police
not
officer know
going
that?
to consent
Is that a
to you
corporation?
entering.
Is that a
Does the
corporation?
police officer...
I'm
Are
not
you
gonna
going to back
consent.
him up on that as
I
a
know
corporation?
Well, I know as a council taxpayer myself that I can go to prison.
So you're going to cooperate with Ross and Roberts?
Can you just let me
Only if you
Hang on,
consent.
whoa, gentlemen,
If you
please.
ask me a question, okay,
Gentlemen,
of me,
please.
I will answer the question.
You did answer.
But stop talking over
You
me,
did
okay?
answer.
Because that's very annoying.
Constable, you did
I am a
answer.
council taxpayer. I know if I do not pay
You did
my
answer
council
me,
tax,
Constable, and I heard.
as a personal quote from myself,
Right,
I
thank you.
know I will go to prison.
Thank you.
That's not me
Right,
talking
okay,
as a
where
police
are we
officer,
now?
that's me talking as a person.
Where are we
okay?
now?
Do you understand
Well,
that?
Person is a
we are-
corporation.
We are still prepared to sort this out with you.
I'm not
As Mr.
prepared
Powell-
to give you.
as-
I'm not. Do
as
not
Mr.
consent
Powell-
to you
right.
coming in.
If I can't talk, there's no point me talking, is there?
Go ahead.
Right, because you're just talking over me all the time.
Go ahead.
Okay. We're still prepared at this stage to sort this out amicably with you. If need be, get you onto an arrangement to pay it off monthly. Okay? Either that, or we can't sort it out for you. It's your choice.
Right.
I'm not giving you a statement. I'm not doing anything apart from giving you a choice on what you would like to do.
I do not consent to you entering this property.
Okay. Without entering the property, sir, you cannot have an arrangement to pay it off.
No,
All right? That means we would require payment in full.
I do not have it.
Then you have no choice but to have an arrangement, sir, do you? If you don't have the payment in full,
I'm afraid you're going to have to find another alternative because neither of those fit what I require.
what you require.
Yes.
Lawful.
Lawful
I'm talking
requirement.
to him, sir, not you.
No,
Okay.
I beg your pardon.
I'm
I
talking
second
to
that.
him.
This is my
I
friend. I
second
don't
that.
mind
You
me.
can
I'm sure
second
Nick
whatever
doesn't
you want,
mind me.
sir.
I do.
Well, I'm talking to him.
I
so
know
if
what
I
you're
want to
doing.
talk
You're
to
a very
you, sir,
provocative man,
if I
and I've
want-
seen how your
If
nature
I want
works.
to talk to you, sir, I'll address you.
I
I'm
noticed.
talking to
I
this
noticed.
gentleman.
I noticed.
Right? At
Kevin,
this
can
moment,
you
I'm talking
take
to
your
this
hand
gentleman.
out, please? I'm not going to shut the door. I'm not going to shut the door. I just want.
Ask the
I'd
police
like you
officer to
remove your
get
hand,
him
please.
to remove his hand.
I do not lie. I'm not going to shut the door.
No problem at all.
Will you please move your hand?
But deal with it as we are, and then that'll be fine. It's not hurting anybody being there, is it?
Is that a breach of the law, Pete?
No, sir.
Yes, it is. Gosh,
I will not consent to you entering the property, and I do not have any money to pay you.
Make sure you've got that policeman.
Don't need consent to enter the property. Okay?
You need a warrant.
That's
Can
incredible.
be going to your
They're all
property
breaking
and
the
your
laws.
actions, sir,
Well,
which I've given you in writing to show you. Where's the letters that I gave you? If you pass me those letters, I'll show
I
you where it's
already
stated.
know. I've read the letters.
So it does state on it, so I've given
Yes,
it to
I
you
know.
in writing with my signature, so that's...
It does state that it's a liability order.
No, the letters
Yes,
I
it
gave,
does
no,
state that
not
it's
those letters, sir.
it does state it's a liability order.
No, the first letters I gave,
Yes.
gave Nick.
And this could
No.
be could be a fraudulent signature on here. We don't know.
Right, leave it. Leave it.
The first letter
I know what
gave
you're
you,
talking about.
Right. It states on there,
I know exactly what it
Right.
states on there in heavy bold type.
that's right. And it also has got my signature, yeah?
Mhm.
So therefore, would that be classed as a contract?
Not
got my
unless I
signature
sign it.
It doesn't have to have two contracts on it, sir.
Do you know
Doesn't
anything
have
about
to
the
have
lawful
two
Sorry, it
contract?
doesn't have to have two signatures on it,
Yes,
sir.
it does. A contract has to have two
Lawful
signatures.
contract has to
Not
be
as far as I'm concerned,
You
sir.
can't have a contract
does.
with someone who's not.
You have
Gonna
to have
sign?
two signatures
Okay.
for a contract. There is two parties involved in
Lawful
any
contract.
contract.
How are we going to deal with this or not?
It's dealt with.
Right, then.
It's dealt with. You have to get a warrant that's signed by a justice of the peace who's going to put his name on it.
He put his name on it, that's why I gave it to you.
We want
no name here.
identification of your
There's
justice.
no name here.
I
There's a
don't-
signature.
I didn't-
warrant.
Listen, I didn't even
It's
have
a
to...
liability.
Okay,
It's not a warrant.
pen did not touch that paper to do that.
It's not a warrant.
I didn't even have to go and do it. I've done it to
You
try
haven't
and
done
keep...
anything, Kevin.
I've gone and got those sorted out
It's,
for you.
it's not
Listen,
even a wet
we
signature,
don't
Kevin.
have to
You
even
are
give
up a
them to-
blind alley.
No, we don't
You
even
are
have-
you are
okay,
actually
let me
being
just speak, let me
fraudulent.
just speak,
You're being
let me speak.
fraudulent.
We don't even have to go and get those documents for you. I've asked that it's done because you gentlemen asked for it. Yes?
You haven't.
These aren't
Hang
you
on, hang
haven't.
on, hang on.
You haven't brought.
You asked for the documents, so I got them for
And
you.
you haven't. You haven't
Yeah,
produced the
I'm doing
document.
everything
It's not the
hang
documents
on.
I asked for.
He asked for a warrant signed, and
everything
he
I
wanted
can
to see the
try
identification
and
of
help
the
you out
person
here.
that signed it, Kevin.
Believe me.
James, let him talk himself into a corner.
Yeah.
Okay?
No.
So,
I don't consent to you entering the property, and I have no money
But
to
you
give
don't-
you.
I'm not saying you've got to pay any money now. That's why I've said to you, I will come in and help you out. We'll sort out so that you can pay so much money. If you can afford £10 a week, we'll set an arrangement.
I cannot
We will
pay
sort it
you
out for you.
anything.
Then unfortunately they're going to look to remove your goods this evening, aren't they, this afternoon? You know,
What you mean by? You mean in front of police officers you're going to bash the door down?
I didn't say
And
that,
those
did I?
police. Well, it
I
appears.
said I'm going to gain entry.
Well, and how do you gain entry?
How do you gain
house
entry?
without
Gain
them letting you in
The
there?
letter that I've left.
And these policemen are there, and you're
The
saying
letter-
that in front of them.
That's correct, yeah. The letter that I left.
What? So you're corroborating with the police,
Colluding, I think.
and we've got it all on film, so we can send this to the BBC, shall we?
As it stands, okay, it states on the letters that I've left the
You
gentleman.
haven't brought the right letter, Kevin.
Hang on, the letters that I left the gentleman, first of all,
Kevin, you haven't
hang
brought
on,
the right letter.
it states on those letters, does it not, that the bailiff will gain entry to your premises and remove goods even in your absence.
It says you can.
There we go.
What is?
There's no
And it has-
consent,
That's
though.
not lawful.
It is
Just
lawful.
because
If
it says
wasn't
it
law-
doesn't-
If it wasn't lawful, I wouldn't put my name to it, would I?
Well, you've
I don't
already.
think you understand
you-
lawful,
you-
Kevin.
you- you've
I don't
misguided
sound-
Kevin.
I don't wanna sound rude, but it
Kevin,
doesn't
you,
sound like you understand
forgive me.
law.
Are you working for a legal fiction called Ross and Roberts?
I am.
Right, it's legal fiction. It is not lawful.
It's fact.
It's
there.
it's
Fact.
de facto, actually. It appears to be lawful, but it's not.
Okay. I think it is. It's been going. If
Well,
if
it doesn't
wasn't-
matter what
okay.
you think, sir. Have a look. Have a
1600
look.
it started.
Have a look in the law.
If it
Go
was-
back to
if it was
Magna
not
Carta.
lawful-
Go back to where you
1600 it
like.
started.
What started?
The justice system.
Did it?
Yes.
Bailiffs are governed by something called Mager's law.
Made up one.
Well, made up by Parliament. Parliament.
No,
Listen
it
to
goes right back to
listen to
Latin.
what he says.
The bailiff law goes right back to Latin times.
Oh, yeah,
It's
well,
called
yeah.
Mager's law, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's getting all silly again when it doesn't need to.
It doesn't have to be silly at all. All you need to do is go pick on some poor other schmuck. Because I'm sorry, I won't play.
We're acting within the law, see.
We are operating lawfully. All of us. Every single one of
We
us.
don't work with muscle, we work with brain.
Unfortunately, you are breaching our peace.
And the police are corroborating with you because we've already asked them.
They are all operating unlawfully because they are not doing their duty.
And
In fact, they are actually refusing to do their duty. Get a warrant signed by the Justice of the Peace with his name.
And bring
him
that man
here.
here.
Bring him here. Do it properly.
We want some ID.
Do it with the right bloody paperwork.
Have
Excuse
somebody
me.
taking
from me.
responsibility.
No, the man that signs the warrant. The man that takes responsibility for all you being here now that you seem to think is doing the right thing.
The one who is supposedly on his oath when he signs it.
It's all an education, this, officer, seriously.
Oh, you're right there.
You gentlemen are all, the three of you
Well,
gentlemen
we've
are all
been
on your
learning.
oath.
It's hurt our brains to learn, but we are learning. I can assure you, it's learning, and it's lawful, and it's very important in this dear country of ours.
Land, in fact.
Did you know that the council spent £23 million on professionals over the last 4 years?
There you go.
£23 million!
Talkie TV.
On what, sorry?
Consultants.
Consultants
For
and
what?
professionals. Yeah, good question. Really good question.
Consultants in what field?
Yeah.
All sorts of fields.
Every sort of bloody field you can think of.
I think you might include sort of like controlled parking zones in that, Kevin, as you well know.
Sorry?
Controlled parking zones, you
All
know.
that stuff.
All those things
You know,
that
all those things that
fortunately
people
take
didn't
money from
want.
people. What you're involved in.
I know what you're saying, because I got parking tickets yesterday.
Yeah, but
I bet you paid it, didn't you?
Pardon?
But you paid it, didn't you?
Kevin, the honest truth is,
It's alright when you got money coming in, Kevin.
when you do learn about this stuff, Kevin, if you seriously, because you just now said you were interested, if you do seriously
I'm
get
interested, I told you. That's why you were going to give me some web
if
addresses.
you're ser- yeah, we
You
have-
did them,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Can you hold that a second?
I'll get it. Don't take too
There's-
much
there's-
notice of it because
there's-
you won't be able to do your job.
There's a million to look at. There's a million web addresses to look at of people who speaking truthful.
So what's that?
BBC 5.
BBC5.tv.
BBC 5.
Yes,
BBC
it should be
yeah.
BBC5,
Oh,
not
oh,
BBC5.
sorry. Oh, sorry.
depends.
In my excitement, I missed out a C.
Yeah.
What's that? BBC /
No, just BBC5.tv.
What does that come up with?
All sorts of things.
Lots
and
of
there's
information.
a few. I think he's given you a few suggestions there, hasn't he?
So is this just links?
BBC Five
The
is
films that are available on
BBC Five is a lot of films that are available that delve into all sorts of things to do with what's really going on.
In the world.
What's really going on.
Law.
You know,
Not just law.
outside of
Not just
legal,
law.
outside of legal
TPUC, the People's United. What?
community, outside of legal fictions, what's really going on? Why we're fighting wars and why you guys are doing what you're doing, you know,
You're only a very small cog in a very big wheel, mate.
as we are.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody
As
is in the
we
world, aren't they? But all those small cogs make
yeah.
up a big wheel.
Yeah, but
Yeah, unfortunately,
we
some
are,
of the wheels shouldn't be there.
Some of the wheels don't turn in the same direction, which means different people disagree with different things.
it's not necessarily disagree. No,
It's
we're
good
not
and
talking
bad.
disagree. We're
Good
talking
and bad.
law. We're
Lawful and not.
talking right and wrong, which is an interesting
But what's
concept. isn't
okay?
it?
What's right and what's wrong?
Well, a legal.
How do you ever
a
decide
legal,
what's right?
a
'Cause what
legal
I think's
fiction.
right, you might think is
Your
wrong.
heart should tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you
You
think?
you can't just go with your heart and everything.
Of course you can.
Oh, well, mate.
Surely not.
It's the
Of course you
best
can.
guide you can possibly
It's
have.
the
Because
only
what your heart thinks might be right, the next
It is for
person's
him.
heart might think that's not right.
It's,
So
it's
then,
right for him.
But if our hearts.
I'm not being
are-
ignorant when I say it. I don't.
As long as our hearts are sort of aligned with each other, then we're probably not going to
But
disagree.
everybody's hearts aren't aligned, are they? That's why
No, that's
you
the
have people
problem.
who like
That's the
things
problem.
and people who don't like things.
You see, I mean, if I give you a big hug now, is that going to align our hearts?
No,
No. Didn't think so.
I don't want you to do that either.
No. No,
When did you lose your tooth?
you'd get too excited
Do
if
you know how I
did
did
that.
it honestly?
Well,
I bit a soft mint,
did you
and
really?
in the middle of a soft mint was a hard little piece, and it must have had a crack in it before.
tooth out.
But
It
actually
wasn't
broke
somebody
out.
hit you.
No, nothing as exciting and dramatic as that.
Well, I can imagine
So
there are many
trees
people
and
who
out.
want to.
What's that? That's not a website, is it?
Albert Burgess.
I'm sure there is people that do want to. many.
Albert Burgess.
So that's not
He's
a
an
web.
ex-copper.
That's not a website.
And for and on the record,
Burgess
I
is
have
the
no interest in,
ex-copper,
in
isn't
that
he?
at all.
Now,
BBC Five.
Why do I disagree?
Burgess is
with
the old.
Hey, come on!
Burgess is the old.
I dealt with you
ex-copper,
before.
isn't he?
Yeah, but I'd never hit you, did I?
Huh?
Did I hit you?
I don't know. No, it wasn't me that got hit. A colleague of mine.
None
did.
of us. None of us hit you.
Yeah, well, just in the little fracas it happened.
Oh, what?
when the
At your place.
When you forced us into our corner?
I wouldn't say forced.
No, of course you wouldn't.
but it's on film.
It's on film.
Yeah, Burgess is an ex-copper, and
Yeah.
he's bringing treasonous charges against most of the politicians in the country.
We sold the country, basically.
Okay, well, that sounds stupid. All the thing with the bank
Does it?
charges. No, without me sounding stupid now. Without all the thing with the bank charges, is that the same sort of thing as this?
I think I think we've
Do you-
finished
How do you mean?
the chat now.
Do you agree with paying council tax, Adam?
What relevance does that have?
I just wondered.
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that.
That's a personal opinion. That's nothing to do with our business. Not that I actually have any business with you.
Right, okay. Are you going to pay your council tax bill, sir?
I'm
I
not.
haven't had a bill.
You're not.
You haven't had a bill, have you?
I've not been presented with a
You
legal
just
lawful
said
bill.
you're not going to pay it. That's refusal to pay.
Well, I've offered to pay,
You just no.
but I've
You have
failed
offered to
be
pay in a
supplied-
notice.
I've just asked you.
I've
said,
offered
are you
in
gonna
writing
pay your
to
council
pay.
tax. You said no.
I've just offered to pay in writing.
You've got a notice.
To
You've
your head
got a
office.
notice.
You said no.
Nick, don't get drawn in.
I've not seen
Where's,
it.
no, where's the one with the
gave it you.
thumbprint? No.
Ignore this guy.
Ignore him. Ignore him. You've seen it.
Hang
You've
on.
seen it. You've seen it. It's with the thumbprints.
Yeah, but my colleague hasn't seen it, so.
Well, so he can go to the office and see it because the office has got a copy. You've seen it. No, officer. This is Nick. I think he's trying to actually climb in now.
What were you joking?
No, I want to see
wouldn't
this
do that,
letter.
would you?
No, I just want to see this letter you saw.
Well, I was. It would be here.
It's a notice. It's not a letter. It's a notice.
It's a notice. And there's an offer to pay in the notice. To your head office.
I think it's time to ask those policemen again, isn't it?
We'll see. We'll see what you've got to say.
So they're breaching the peace now.
Let's all do it and say it again.
Yeah.
Back each other up.
It's certainly
Just see what
breaching,
you've got to
aren't
say.
it?
Right. This is a breach of peace now.
It certainly is.
This has been a good hour now.
Oh, excuse me.
It's a statutory debt, sir, which doesn't require a wet signature. Lawfully.
Let me see that in writing.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Statutes only apply
It's a statutory debt, sir, which doesn't require
with
a
the
wet
consent
signature.
of the government. I do not consent.
You consent to take the council tax benefit and housing benefit that they pay you, sir.
I do not consent
You consent to take
to
the
be
housing-
governed. Therefore, I am not governed by statute.
You consent to take the housing benefit and council tax benefit that they pay
There
you.
is no relevance to that.
Well, there wouldn't be from your point of view, sir, I suppose.
Are you being disparaging towards me?
No.
It
You're not
sounds
recognising
as though
anything,
you
sir.
are.
You're not recognising anything, sir, are you?
Yes.
What
You're breaching the peace. that's
I'm
what you're
recognising this.
I'm not breaching the peace. I'm
You-
st-
Are you
stating the
recognising this? Are you recognising what it says in
Is
this?
this our copy?
No.
No.
That's my original,
facts. It's your original.
which I'm allowing you to use and do expect
look at.
returned.
I'll return it. I've got no reason to want to keep it.
What's the time, by the way? Just press my on the table there is my phone somewhere. Just press the phone. Okay. You gentlemen are now into me for £2,000 each.
Are we? Lovely, sir.
As you can see from what you're reading right now.
Yeah, lovely, sir. I'm really not concerned about
How is
your
that a
bill.
contract though? Because it's not got.
It's
two
not a
signatures.
contract, it's a notice.
It's a notice. It doesn't
Do
claim
you
to be
not
a
understand the
contract.
difference
So
between
would
a
you
notice
expect
and a
me to pay
contract?
you the £2,000?
So would
I
you?
will be sending you a bill.
You'll get a bill.
But you'd expect me to pay it.
Yes.
So therefore, if that's a notice, what I gave you was a notice.
Yes,
So
that's
surely
because
you
you.
should pay it.
That's because your company has not rebutted what I stated. I've rebutted the council tax. I've
What do you
said
mean by
that
rebutted?
Contested or
contested,
disputed it?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You.
What are you disputing about it, sir?
It doesn't matter.
I've-
Is that your business?
Yes,
I've
it is, sir.
disputed
not your-
the fact
what
that
are you
I'm
here for?
governed
I'm
by
talking to this gentleman,
statutes.
sir, not you, okay?
Why do you need to know?
Well, I'm asking you what you're disputing about it.
Yeah, but why do you
Because
need to know?
I'm acting on behalf of the council, so I'm asking you what you're disputing about.
Oh, you're acting on behalf of the council.
Acting on behalf of the
Oh, hang on, aren't you Ross and Roberts?
You're Ross
Yes,
and
I am,
Roberts,
sir.
you can't be
I'm
any.
on behalf of-
How are you
I'm
acting
on
on
behalf
money
of
for you to
Torquay
get
City
that.
How?
Council.
How?
Because they employ me
I'm
to
not
do
going
it. They
there,
employ
Kevin.
our firm to collect the money.
Oh, so hang on, it's a third
I'm
party.
talking to this gentleman, sir.
Oh, you were talking to me. It's a third party. No, you were talking to me. It's a third.
gentleman.
It's tough, we're talking to you as well.
Is it a third party? Is it a third
We don't want to
party?
listen to you either. In fact, we
why I'm
said
talking
you're
to this
breaching the
gentleman,
peace.
not
Hang on,
which you
James.
are.
Hang on, James.
I'm listening.
Is it a third party contract?
What do you dispute about your council tax, sir?
Um,
I mean, all I'm asking, do you dispute the amount? Do you? Is it principle? Is it? What do you dispute about?
Don't answer.
£23 million
Why,
professionals.
why do you need to know what I'm disputing?
Well, because then I can take it up with the council.
I don't actually have a contract with you, so if I need to take it up with the council, I can do it on my own behalf.
Right,
Would
well,
that not be true?
I'm acting on behalf of the council, sir. Okay. So
In that
do
case,
you
you require.
don't
Where's the original
recognise that
contract?
you are
Where's this
recognising
contract
that?
that says that? Says it.
And the man.
Where's the contract that says it?
Because I mean, I'd
Where's
just
the
ask you a valid
contract?
point, really.
What point will that be?
Well, if everybody didn't pay their council tax, how would you get
That's
your
not-
housing
That's
tax
absolutely
and
nothing
your
to do with
council
it.
tax benefit?
Nothing to do with
If
it.
nobody paid council tax, therefore
We're
you
talking
wouldn't
about a
get any,
contract,
would you?
That's a good question.
We probably wouldn't be in Afghanistan killing Afghanistanis.
Quite
For starters.
And they won't be employing people like
Quite
you to
possibly.
do dirty jobs.
But it's a valid point I've just asked you, isn't it? Really?
In your
In
opinion?
your opinion.
Yeah. But you're not able to answer me.
I am, but it would take a long time, and I don't think these
Doesn't
gentlemen
have
want
to.
to spend 6 hours listening to
Doesn't
me
have to.
explain my
listen.
beliefs.
But if you believe that you're going to take something out, surely you should put something in.
Oh,
Do you not think I have?
I don't know.
Well then,
That's why I'm
go do
asking.
you.
You don't know my history, do you?
No, that's why I'm asking.
I'm not going to stand here and
Yeah, of
discuss
course we
my
know you've
history
worked
with you.
before, sir. Yeah, of course we do. Of course we know you've worked before.
I think
Relevant
these
to-
policemen are now
No, I'll tell you, of course
corroborating.
we know you put an hour and a half
Where's the
money in.
contract? Where's the
You put
contract?
something in. I know you put something in.
May I just speak to you, Nick,
You have
please?
a pension from your previous employer. So of course I know you've worked before. But what I'm saying to you now is we have a council tax bill for you, which is outstanding. which we require it to be paid.
Where's the bill?
Sir, talking to this gentleman.
I'm talking to this gentleman too. I'm talking to this gentleman too.
The pat on his shoulder.
Well, what does it sound? Listen to you.
Right, you have a...
But you've got something stuck in your ear.
You've been breaching the peace, and the policemen are watching and listening.
Sir, which we're trying to get sorted out.
Which I have disputed, which I've been ignored for disputing.
Okay, you haven't been ignored for disputing at all.
Yes, I have. I was ignored in court.
Okay, what was you disputing? That's the simple question that I asked you.
The lawful nature of the tax.
The lawful nature of the tax. Okay, so why do you claim council tax benefit if you dispute the lawful nature of the tax?
That's not any of your business, I believe, is it?
No, what he's asking is why claim benefit for it if you don't?
If you don't agree with it and are not going to pay any of it, so why claim the benefit of it?
I didn't claim it. It came with the housing benefit.
No, you have to apply separately. It's two separate forms.
No, I did one. I don't know how you do it.
I don't claim benefits, sir.
I pay my bills, sir.
Sorry?
I don't do it, I pay my bills. So I don't claim it.
I have to congratulate you.
Thank you. Okay, are we going to get this council tax sorted out?
As far as I'm concerned, you actually agreed to provide a warrant, and have you provided a warrant?
I've been down now and given you signed pieces of paper from the Justice of the Police of the liability order passed by the Magistrates Court on 4 separate occasions.
Was that what I asked for?
For yourself.
Was that what I asked for?
No.
That's what I've provided you with.
I know that's what you provided me. Was it what I asked for?
We've done more than what we have to do.
In your opinion?
Did you provide what I asked for?
Nick,
Sorry, I just heard somebody talking over your head.
I'll say it again then. Did you provide what I asked for?
I've provided you with the paperwork that was available. Okay?
You still haven't provided a warrant for entry into my premises?
Sir, if I came down here with a gold-plated warrant, you wouldn't recognise it. You would find something wrong with it, and you wouldn't recognise it.
You have to produce the person.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, it is my opinion. Because I've stood here now for over an hour and a half listening to you.
So have we.
Nearly 2 hours listening to you, throwing everything out. Okay, so you're not prepared to recognise anything.
Yes, he is. He said that.
I have
Absolutely. I think everybody's witnessed what he said.
I've offered to pay.
This gentleman, not yourself.
I've made an offer to pay. Is that not good? Is that not what you were looking for? I made an offer to pay in writing to your head office.
Okay, so sir, we're here to collect the money.
Well, I've made an offer. I haven't had the bill back from them. That's what I asked for.
We're here to collect the money, so you've made an offer of pay.
There's no
To
bill.
make an offer of pay
So
does
the
not
bill,
have
I've
accept
given you
liability.
the bill. The first letters I gave you are
On
a bill.
production of a lawful bill. I know that a lawful bill won't be
Why
produced
are they
because it's not a
lawful bills?
lawful
Because they're
tax.
not
You made
signed.
an offer of
Who
pay.
are
sir.
they
I
from?
signed it.
Who are they from?
They're from Ross and Roberts. I signed it.
Are you Ross and Roberts?
Here, isn't it?
Council
Yeah,
tax
I'm an
not being
employee.
paid.
I'm an employee.
Sorry? You're not.
So therefore, I'm an ambassador
You're
of
not.
Ross and
Acts
Roberts.
of Parliament
You're not
statutes.
the legal
Only given the
entity
force
that is
of
Ross
law.
and Roberts.
Nobody's a
With the
legal
consent
entity of Ross and
of
Roberts, are
government.
Thank you very much.
I don't consent.
Okay,
Ross and Roberts.
We were talking about legal fictions, weren't we?
That's right.
So you just said
Ross and Roberts is a
so
fact.
there is nobody called there is nobody called Ross and Roberts.
I think they're rather attracted to you, Nick. I think you should relax and sit down.
Partners are
It was your partner's car, was it? Okay.
Ex-partner.
Can we not
Don't go there.
It's a completely different story.
I understand that. We'll go for a warrant for arrest. I'm bored with talking to you.
Yeah.
Make sure it's a lawful one, won't you?
I don't care what it is, sir, okay? Because
Well,
once
it's
I've
out
got
of
a
his
warrant
hands,
for
then.
arrest, I will be... No, it's not, sir, because we're certificate of bailiffs and warrant officers.
Are you?
And we will personally be coming down to execute the warrant.
Okay.
Has it become a policeman now?
You better bring proof that the warrant.
Sir, once I've got the warrant
Is
in my
lawful.
hand, I won't be proving nothing. I will be placing you under arrest and taking you to the police station. Simple as that.
Then I suggest you bring some policemen with you.
If needs be, sir, I'm sure the police will happily oblige.
Well, don't bring these
if
because
you
they're
don't
not
call
actually
them-
under their
if you don't call them, I will.
warrant.
I'm sure you will, sir, and I'm sure they will oblige.
Good night.
Love and light.
So they're coming back to bash the door down, are they?
They're coming back for me.
We'll wait until we've gone.
Right, I suggest you get